What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another Madden 23 Lions franchise episode. In this game, we're going to be playing against the Carolina Panthers, coming off of a disappointing loss to the Bengals last week, 41-38. Tua having a crazy game with 5 touchdowns and 1 interception. I would definitely recommend checking that game out if you have not already. But first, we have something for a breakout quarterback for Jake Zimmer. Let's see what this is about. It seems to be a press conference, and they're talking about him, and they're saying, are expecting him to have a stellar game again this week. It's kind of funny. He didn't have that crazy of a game. Let's see. We're expecting that. So throw 1 or fewer interceptions and have 400 scrimmage yards or 4 total touchdowns with Jake Zimmer for a significant amount of XP. Okay, so this could get him a big experience boost. All right, so we need to get 4 total touchdowns or 400 yards in total, whether it's rushing or passing, from Jake Zimmer. The Carolina Panthers starting QB is P.J. Walker, which is kind of funny, and then their backup is a rookie named Josh Feliz. Halfback is Nyheim Hines and Kareem Thomas, a rookie. At wide receiver, they got Stephon Diggs, George Pickens, and Marquez Valdes-Scantling. At tight end, they got Travis Kelce. So they got some weapons on offense, but not a great quarterback. The O-line is decent. On defense, they got a decent D-line. Their linebackers are okay. Oh, they do have Mac Atkinson, the corner, 85 overall already, 22 years old, only with 97 speed. But the problem is he's injured. He's probably going to be out for this game. James Bradbury and L'Jarius Sneed and Jack Jones are probably going to be starting here. But it would have been crazy to see this starting three corners. Free safety, Micah Hyde. Strong safety, Hufanga. In I form on the first play of the game. And Nyheim Hines runs it, and we tackle him for only a gain of 1 on 2nd and 9. Now we're doing a man blitz against P.J. Walker. This offense, again, is got a couple superstars on it, so we cannot sleep on it. Oh, Christian Harris with a big hit on Nyheim Hines. Seems like the Panthers' offense is kind of built to have a good running back. Unfortunately, they don't have a good QB or running back, so it's going to be really tough. On 3rd and 11, we're dropping back into coverage, and MVS cannot pick up the first down. They're going to have to punt it, most likely. Hebert is still starting for us at halfback. And again, the goal is to get Zimmer either 400 yards or 4 TDs in this game. Hebert breaks it outside. He's got that speed to get away. He picks up the first down. Another solid run to start the game from Hebert on 1st and 10 after picking up that first down. Got a double move for Posey. Almost gets intercepted. It's going to be incomplete on 2nd and 10 in I form again here. Again, we can only at max have 1 turnover with Zimmer as well to continue to get that bonus. Getting up to the 40. Gonna go. I was gonna say we were gonna go no huddle, but we didn't get that off in time. Instead, we got a split backfield. We do got Jameson on this little post route. It's not really open. Can we get it to Posey? It's another incompletion. We're gonna have to punt it away. On 1st and 10, we got our base 3-4 coverage out there. They're in single back. They're moving Travis Kelce into motion, trying to go back. It's play action, and they got Nyheim Hines underneath, but it's only going to be a gain for about 2. Again, playing against that Bengals offense, they were almost unstoppable in that game, putting up 40 points on our defense, which is unusual considering how well we've played all season. But exploiting the mismatch, Max Crosby on a wide receiver. They pick up the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 50 now. And we have not played our sharpest football. We have had some injuries, though. And so Ryan Neal has been out with an injury. And Pat Hopkins has come in to play quite a bit for us. And we've had some subs at some other positions as well along the defensive line. Dropping back into coverage over the middle. Underneath, Simmons trying to get to Kelce. Kelce's going out. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Still in base coverage here. They're in shotgun now. In the gun, running it with Nyheim Hines, and Hines almost goes back behind the line of scrimmage, but picks up the first instead. We're going to send Isaiah Simmons on a little blitz here. We're going to continue to use him kind of like rushing the passer a little bit at times. He's got that length. I do like to use Tariq in that setting as well, but they got a double slant, and we missed the tackle. George Pickens is off to the races. Tariq Woolen's able to get the tackle on him just at the 4-yard line. Oh, that was Stephon Diggs. Thought it was George Pickens because Pickens is normally number 14. Now in I form again here. I'm not too worried about Nyheim Hines running the football, although we do tackle him down at the 3. It's averaging about 1 yard or less per carry. Again in I form here. I'm not too worried about them running the football. On a toss on the outside, we get there immediately with Baron Browning. We got Hopkins back in the end zone right now, playing deep safety. They're in the gun. They got a couple people on slants. We're trying to cover it to the best of our ability. And it looks like Trey Hendrickson with the sack, and they're going to have to take the field goal. All right, they got the ball back to start the second quarter because it seemed my offensive possession, which should not have happened. But anyways, we're back on defense. Trying to get the stop. MVS with the catch, getting the first down. We're going to send Isaiah Simmons on a blitz again here with Hopkins over the middle for coverage. They're in the gun. We got everybody split out. Nyheim Hines running up the middle. Oh, no. Hopkins committed. And we're trying to get the tackle with Tariq on Nyheim. Nyheim's pretty fast, though. Finally, Isaiah Simmons takes him down at the 15. We only had one safety back to try and make that tackle, but we kind of pressed up on the line of scrimmage, so there was really no one back there once he got past the linebackers. That let them get a really big run with Nyheim Hines, and sometimes that can be an issue. He is a speedy running back. If he can get past, and Kenneth Murray Jr. misses the tackle as he's getting blocked, but finally Simmons gets the tackle. Now, Nyheim Hines is out. He's a little bit gassed, so they got Thomas in the backfield. We're watching underneath, watching the curls, watching the slants. Trying to scramble. Can we force the fumble? No, he's down at the 2. Down at the 2. Looks like they're going to try to just power this one in here. They are in single back with one receiver on the outside. We have Hopkins on Stephon Diggs. I don't like this. They're running up the middle, and they score the touchdown. Okay, we're back on the kick return with Stephen Murphy. Usually we don't get much out of these returns here. And Murphy is taken down quickly at the 19. Again, we've not done much on offense. On our second possession, we really didn't get a chance to actually do anything. But got to make up for that a little bit here. Down 10-0 now. Hebert gets nothing on the carry. Gets, a yard or 2. 2nd and 9 now. Now this route concept usually works well against cover 2. Hopefully we have a similar situation here. And we got Posey open. Able to hold on to it. Getting down to the 48. And we're going to no huddle a little bit here. We got to speed things up a little bit. Got a real quick counter play. We got some good blocks. And Posey can't get to it. But we do get a 4-yard gain on the run. We got Jamison one-on-one on the outside. We're going to do a little play action, see if we can get him open. And we do have the underneath to Juwan Johnson. We're going to take it. Picking up only 2 yards. And if it is zone, we have Posey on the inside, and he holds on to it again. Very sure-handed. Absolutely love that about him. And again, they have that, Jake Zimmer and Posey have that connection in the passing game. Throwing it underneath the Cordarrelle on the halfback screen. Doing a little jurtle down to the 19-yard line. Continuing to run no huddle. Again, we want to see if we can get that seam pass to Posey open. And he's wide open if we can get the pass to him. And he actually drops it after I just said he was sure-handed. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now. Now we're in a jumbo formation with Hebert. And we're just going to run it up the middle. See if we can get some good blocks here. Our left guard kind of just pulled away from the block. It's going to be 3rd and 7 now. Could have been a bigger play. Underneath, we tried to get the pass off, scrambled out a little bit prematurely, and Rodriguez was there to get the sack, and we're going to take a field goal. Again, definitely not where we want to be. Ultimately, Jake Zimmer is superstar X Factor already, but we want to get him that extra experience, but it's not the end of the world as long as we just win the game. On 1st and 10, we're sending a man blitz in single back. We got George Pickens and Stephon Diggs out there. They're play action. Oh, no. Surtain gets beat by George Pickens down at the 44 now. Again, we're continuing to get burnt, especially in man coverage. That was a big problem for us in the Falcons game where Isaiah McKenzie was consistently burning Patrick Surtain, which is unusual considering Surtain is, head and shoulders the best coverage corner in the NFL right now. In the gun again here with Travis Kelce out left, doing a man blitz. Again, I don't know at what point we're going to learn from our mistakes. And Stephon Diggs with the catch. Again, a fumble, though, forced, and Baron Browning gets it before it goes out of bounds. And that's a huge turnover forced by this defense. Getting it up to Stephon Diggs seems like a relatively safe play as Tariq falls out of bounds. And Stephon Diggs just trying to move back upfield and gets hit. And fumbles the ball, and that's lucky for us. Maybe a little RPO here. I don't really love running with Cordarrelle at this point, but if we have to, we'll do it, and that's exactly why we don't love it. For whatever reason, it just seems like the blocks don't really hold up for Cordarrelle, and again, he just doesn't have that. He doesn't have that, elite speed, and he's not really much of a power back like Hebert is. Jamison getting pressed on the outside. Can he win his matchup? No, but we're going to take it over to Posey. Posey holds on to it. Down at the 38, Devontae White coming down with an injury for the second time this game. 1st and 10 now with a minute left. We have the opportunity to potentially tie here, and this looks like it's man coverage. We'll see. And it's actually zone, so it could be open again, and Posey holds on to it. And Posey has been pretty wide open all game. Again, I don't love running with Cordarrelle here, but we're going to do it on the inside zone. We get good blocks. Cordarrelle picks up some good yardage. 2nd and 3 now. Burning a little bit of clock here. We're totally fine. We got all of our timeouts. Potentially have Calvin Austin on this drag. Trying to get outside, trying to get back inside. Scrambling a little bit. And Jake Zimmer tries to dive into the end zone. He fumbles at the 1. We could have been a little bit safer. Oh, no, we got to make sure we get this tackle. Juwan Johnson tackles him down finally. And Jake Zimmer trying to play a little bit of hero ball there. Just get into the end zone himself. He does have 6 rushing touchdowns on the season and almost made an insane play running out right and then back left and trying to dive into the end zone. I could almost see that being a touchdown. Luckily, he was not injured on the play as he was sandwiched by 2 D linemen. I almost feel like he crossed the line and got a touchdown there. All right, let's check this out again. He scrambles right. He's not going to beat the edge pressure, so he goes back left and then is able to evade everybody as he runs down to the 1 and dives. And so when does he fumble? So it looks like the ball's starting to come loose right there. It's right at the edge of being in the red zone for the touchdown, or in the end zone for the touchdown. And yeah, he just fumbles right before crossing the goal line. Unfortunate. Now on 1st and 10, I assume they're probably going to run here with a touchdown lead with 10 seconds left, but we cannot give up a big play. Nyheim Hines goes down, and they're not going to use a timeout. All right, we started the second half with the ball. Again, that was Jake Zimmer's first turnover of the game. If we want to go ahead and accomplish this goal, that's the only turnover we can have with him for the rest of the game. Stephon Murphy on the return, and there's a flag on the play. Looks like it might be a hold. Oh, it's an illegal block in the back. Okay. That's also not great, and we're going to be at our own 9-yard line. We can still just get 400 yards. We don't have to get 4 TDs. Of course, that would be really hard anyways, getting 4 TDs at this point. And Lionel Hebert picking up 2 yards on the carry. Not having a great running game so far, but he hasn't had much support in the passing game. Yeah, Colby Parkinson streaking downfield. Can he get back to... Oh, and it's a pick. And can Jake Zimmer get there? Trying to tackle him. He finally goes down at the 1-yard line. A bad throw, and James Bradbury is there for the interception. And I thought Colby had a chance to definitely go up and grab this one, but he just kind of didn't turn around and go for the ball. I guess we should have just high-pointed it a little bit more. And we're making some just rookie mistakes. I mean, obviously, our quarterback is a rookie. We have a lot of rookies that have been playing. But, yeah, just kind of shooting ourselves in the foot. Nothing that we can't, prevent necessarily. Nyheim Hines, 1st and goal, immediately scores the touchdown. Now we're down 17-3. Just a 2-possession game still, but it's looking pretty ugly offensively right now. And you can't fault the defense here for giving up 17 points. I mean, turning the ball over in the first, 30 seconds. And inside of our own 20-yard line, it's going to make it hard to stop them for sure when they're on the 1-yard line to start. Now, we have almost as many yards as them. We just got to quit turning the ball over. Run a little play action here, and we do have a crosser here to Calvin Austin. As long as he can hold on to it, and he does. Again, going to go up into a little bit of no huddle here. Going to do a counter again. Hopefully the blocks hold up, and we follow Quentin Posey's block. Jamison Williams gets another good block. Calvin Austin, can he get the last one? Oh, getting down right at the 4. Calvin Austin almost got it on Hufanga. Again, we're going to try to go no huddle here. Actually, we're going to try to see if we can get the pass underneath Posey. One-on-one. Just got to break that tackle, and he gets into the end zone for the TD. Again, that challenge is over because we have 2 turnovers now with Jake Zimmer, but regardless, a nice pass from Jake Zimmer, a great route by Posey, and they were not ready for that short pass game. And again, a great run by Lionel Hibbert to set that play up. 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the 25, and now we're only down by 1 TD after that great run and touchdown. Nyheim Hines almost breaks away, has a huge hole down the middle, averaging almost 7 yards per carry against this defense is definitely unusual. We're sending Isaiah Simmons on a man blitz out of the nickel spot, and they kind of switched the formation up. This could be to our advantage. Oh, Nyheim Hines is wide open, though. Kenneth Murray Jr., oh, it's Christian Harris. Does he have the speed to get to him finally? Eric Stokes eventually takes him down at the 10, and that's another really explosive play from Nyheim Hines. The problem with that play is we were in man, and they switched formations, and it switched the linebacker assignment for who is blitzing. And so Christian Harris was actually meant to be on Nyheim Hines there. Finally taking Hines down at the 8, and so Hines was left uncovered because Christian Harris was supposed to be on him. 2nd and goal now. We're running it again on the outside, and Eric Stokes does a great job of getting off his block. 3rd and goal now, and again, I don't know how we have given up all of these yards, primarily to Nyheim Hines, when they have, Stephon Diggs and Travis Kelce on this team. PJ Walker with a nice throw. Christian Harris getting the tackle, finally shoving George Pickens out at the 3. I kind of expected them to almost go for it here from the 3-yard line with the elite talent they have on offense, but I'm okay with the field goal as well. It's going to put us down by 2 possessions, but we got a little jet touch pass here to Calvin Austin the 3rd. See if he can do anything with it. Watching the blocks, getting up to the 18 only. Got Hibbert in the backfield with Ramondre as well. We do a little read option, read the defensive end, and we can have the keeper with Jake Zimmer picking up the 1st and sliding, being nice and safe. Running a little no huddle though. We got Jamison potentially on this post route. We got underneath, we got Ramondre. See if we can get the stiff arm off, and no. Again, another read option, trying to read the defensive end, seeing what he's going to do. And he goes with Hibbert, and Jake Zimmer runs over the D-line and picks up the 1st down on a nice run. Going to give Hibbert this one. Got Juszczyk in the backfield as a blocker. And Hibbert does take it only for 1 yard. And Joel Bitonio coming down with another injury. Had a significant injury earlier in the season. 2nd night with Cordarrelle in the backfield. Not my favorite play. Do love having Antoine Andrews back. He hasn't really had an impact yet, though. Got Jamison wide open. We're going to possession catch that one, and he catches it before going out of bounds. Pick up the 1st down. Moving back into gun split close a little bit. Getting Jamison in the backfield, and it's going to be a run for Cordarrelle. Trying to follow our blocks. Getting to the edge is Cordarrelle. This is one of his best runs of the season. Cordarrelle following his blockers, getting down to the 25. Going to go no huddle again here. We got a lot of speed on the field right now. We'll do a little read option, see what they do. Cordarrelle keeping it. Cordarrelle breaks a couple tackles, following Jamison. Gets it down to the 13. The most electric he's looked all season, or has really struggled to get it going in our offense. Underneath, we got Antoine Andrews. Oh, and it just gets tipped by the D-line. And it looked like we had a receiver wide open underneath on the drag, but instead, going to slow it down. 2nd and 10 now. We go ahead and let Hibbert run it here. Got good blocks. Hibbert getting down to the 1 yard line or the 2. 9 yards per carry. Having himself a great game. Honestly, the offense has looked so good. We just got to cut down on the turnovers. I'm going to send Posey on a little short out here. And he's played to the outside, but he gets the touchdown regardless. Doesn't matter. And now we're only down by 3 points. Yeah, Nyheim Hines is having himself a great game in the run game and receiving. I don't know what it is, but it feels like the NFC South is kind of like our kryptonite right now. The teams do not have, exceptional records. They do have, some really good players on offense, most of these NFC South teams, but yeah, they're just making everything so challenging. On the deep out to Travis Kelce, picking up the 1st and getting out at the 46. PJ Walker now has only 11 completions, but for 230 yards. They're picking up chunks each pass play. Nyheim Hines with a stiff arm. We finally take him down and hold him to a loss. All right, to start the 4th quarter, they're at the 46. It's now 2nd and 10. We're going to cover 3 here. They're in the gun with Hines in the backfield. And they got Kelsey out left. They're showing underneath to George Pickens. We can't make him fumble, but a great hit by Christian Harris. And yeah, the Panthers don't have a great offense, but again, I feel like whatever it is about the NFC South, this has been difficult to stop these NFC South teams offensively, even if they don't have the greatest quarterbacks like Baker Mayfield and P.J. Walker. We're watching the curl a little bit. We do get the sack finally on P.J. Walker, bringing him down, and that's going to prevent them from getting into field goal range. Great job by DeMarcus Lawrence. And this is going to give us the opportunity to come back and potentially tie or take the lead as long as we do something with it. Our offense has been very explosive up to this point. Cordarrelle on the return, and he fumbles it. Oh, no. And that has been another fumble by Cordarrelle in special team situations. And that is just a killer, even though he's been having such a good game on the ground running the football. That is just a turnover we cannot have late in the fourth quarter. All right, well, now we're in a position where we're playing defense in our own red zone almost, down at the 24. They're in single back, and they're running it with Nyheim Hines. We don't have anyone immediately there trying to get the big hit, and Hopkins finally does get it. Nyheim Hines has been their workhorse, doing everything for them in the ground game and receiving. Stephon Diggs has had very few catches, and so has Travis Kelce. Getting the tackle on Nyheim Hines eventually is Baron Browning. 2nd and 10 now in single back. Nyheim Hines is not in. They got Thomas in the backfield. Kind of changing things up a little bit. It's 2nd and 10. We got nobody on the right side. We got to try to cover it on the corner route. Is anyone there on Stephon Diggs? He gets both feet in for the touchdown. I can't believe it. He was double covered. He came up and grabbed it over our DB. And a crazy throw from P.J. Walker under pressure. And they're doing a booth review, so he might have stepped out, actually. I kind of thought that he didn't get both feet in bounds. But what I realized is because we did base align, it moved Kenneth Murray Jr. and Baron Browning both on to Stephon Diggs. So it was a linebacker versus Stephon Diggs. That is a huge mismatch, and that's obviously kind of why they targeted it on the corner route. But this may actually be coming back. That would be huge for us. And so they did bring it back, and now it's going to be 3rd and 10. We're going to do a little bit of a QB contain here. Just try to prevent Walker from scrambling outside. We got Baron Browning over the middle. We're watching Travis Kelce crossing over, but P.J. Walker running up, and he slides. It's going to be 4th and 4, and they're going to go ahead and take this field goal, despite the fact that it's not going to give them a 2-possession lead. You'd think they'd be aggressive here, but I guess not. They're content with just the field goal, and they do make it. All right, at home, down by 6 points against a 6 and 10 Carolina Panthers team. Only putting up 17 points offensively. I feel like we've been really humming in the second half on offense, though. The only thing that has slowed us down is that special teams fumble by Cordarrelle. But offensively, we've been doing great this half. Doing a little QB power here on the first play. The ground game has been electric for us. Both Hebert and Jake Zimmer following our blocks. We got a convoy out here. Jake Zimmer going back inside. Does not fumble. We've probably been a little bit too aggressive with him there. There's definitely an opportunity for him to get stripped. If Cordarrelle can get stripped, then certainly Jake Zimmer can as well. Another read option here. Gonna give it off to Hebert. Hebert gets some good blocks. A nice stiff arm, actually, getting up to the 45 on 2nd and 3. We're gonna do a little play action fake jet sweep here with who is this? Is this Marquise Goodwin? It is. Goodwin's not open. We got to cross her downfield. Calvin Austin can't hold on to it, though, as he's absolutely sandwiched by the safety. We got Marquise Goodwin on an actual jet sweep now. Kind of worried about this play a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and audible out. I do like Antoine Andrews on the comeback route. We'll see. Jameson is on a post as well. Posey could be open, and he holds on to it. Gets open. There is a little bit of an inaccurate ball, but it actually ended up working out for us. Now, we're going a little no huddle here. They're running double nickel A gap, and we're going to do a play screen pass to Hebert. Hebert breaks the tackle. Loses a yard on the play, though. Jameson's in the backfield and gun split close, and we're going to go ahead and give him a little handoff here. See what he can do with it. Gets a good block from Hebert on the edge. Antoine Andrews has to get just one more. Jamison, though, takes it down to the 5-yard line. And Jamison is always electric in the run game when he gets some good blocks. He is an absolute weapon, and we got to continue to utilize him and his speed on the edge as much as possible. Got Hebert underneath. Jake Zimmer scrambling outside. And he's going to beat his defender into the end zone for the rushing touchdown. It was a great job. No one really picks him up besides the D-line. And now we can take the lead, and this is exactly why I feel like the Panthers should have gone for a touchdown instead of just taking the field goal. We now have a 1-point lead over them. They do have ball, though, with 3 minutes left. And P.J. Walker has been doing a great job against our defense. I don't like what we're stuck in right now. We're going to get into cover 3. Uh-oh. This is a lot of assignments that could be missed here. Pickens picks up 4 yards underneath on the first play. We did a very late play change. Now we're in cover 4. We only got 3 down linemen here. Playing underneath is Baron Browning. Kenneth Murray Jr. misses the tackle. Stephon Diggs finally goes down to 36. Zion McCollum on the hit. Again, we don't want a similar situation to the Bengals game where they went down and finally just kicked that game-winning field goal against us. 2 minutes left now, and for some reason we're in prevent. I don't like this. I don't want to waste a timeout here, though. But this is bad. This is bad. Get back in coverage. Trying to get on Diggs. Kenneth Murray Jr. can't get there. Trying to get the big hit. Diggs is down at the 34. We're not going to call a timeout yet. They're running no huddle, and we need to call a timeout. We need to call a timeout. I was not expecting them to no huddle there. In single back again here. At minute 37 left. I definitely could see them just running the ball. Nyheim Hines on the carry. We tackle him for only a gain of 1 or 2. They're running no huddle again here. They really want to get in the end zone, it seems like. Watching everything underneath. P.J. Walker gets sacked by DeMarcus Lawrence, and they're running no huddle again, which actually works to our advantage a little bit. They were just in field goal range. They cannot take another sack. We're playing underneath, and it's a hit, not a fumble, just an incompletion. And we'll see if they make this from the 39. This is a long field goal. This could be a miss, and it is just good. Just barely crosses the upright. Wow. That was, just barely had enough leg. All right, well, we're down by 2. We do have 2 timeouts remaining, so we have a chance here to get in field goal range. And I don't know about returning this. We're just going to take a knee. Oh, yeah, we got a little RPO kind of orbit bubble screen here. See if this is man coverage or not. Looks like it is, but the blocks are holding up. We don't get out of bounds, though. Got to call our first timeout. On 2nd and 3, we got a lot of playmakers and speed on the field here. And we're going to send Cordarrelle out in motion. Jamison might be open right over the middle, and no one's really covering him. He's got the speed to get away. He gets down to the 40. He's already almost in field goal range. Going to run no huddle. Could just try to get in the end zone here. I don't want to leave it to chance. Jamison again open, not really marked. Jamison breaking 1 tackle. We don't need to call a timeout. Gonna run it 1 time maybe. A little risky. We're just gonna fall down here. Take our timeout with 2 seconds remaining, and there's no way we're missing this field goal. They're probably gonna try to ice us. Oh, what? Okay, well, we're just gonna sit this out here. We're not gonna snap the ball. Okay, we're gonna take the field goal with 2 seconds left. Just gotta make this one. And perfect accuracy. Gonna be right down the middle. And we win the game 27-26. Did a great job of getting down the field very quickly, using those 2 timeouts correctly, and beating the Panthers. And this definitely should have been a bigger margin of victory for us, but all that really matters is we came out with the W. We did not accomplish the goal we wanted to, getting Jake Zimmer over 400 total yards or 4 TDs in less than 1 turnover, or less than 2 turnovers. He ended up having 2. So he's not going to get the XP boost, but again, just getting out with the W is what we needed after having a couple losses recently, especially to the Bengals in our last game. At the stats at the end of the game, Jake Zimmer, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, good completion percentage, decent amount of yards. Again, he never really is throwing for a ton of yards, but we do have a good run game, and he does also run the ball quite a bit, so that kind of eats into his passing yards at times. He had 6 carries for 50 yards and a rushing touchdown. And Hebert, again, 9 yards per carry and almost getting to the 100-yard mark. Nyheim Hines having a crazy game as well. 17 carries for 80 yards, a rushing touchdown. And then Nyheim Hines also had 60 receiving yards. Quentin Posey, though, leading the way, 7 catches for 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. Calvin Austin having a decent game. Jamison, 3 catches for 60 yards. And I was looking to see if Antoine Andrews had a catch, but he did not really. Defensively, leading the way in tackles was Christian Harris by a mile. Sacks, DeMarcus Lawrence with 1.5. Again, continuing his crazy campaign. I think he's at 14 or 15 sacks at this point. Trey Hendrickson with a sack and Nate Vasher with half of a sack. No interceptions in this game, which is a little bit unusual, but we did have 1 forced fumble with Christian Harris, and that was it. We got a couple upgrades after the game. Logan Stenberg gets one, but we're not going to worry about him. Jamison with another upgrade. We're going to get him up to an 87 overall, upgrading his playmaker again, and this is going to boost his break tackle, his juke, his medium route, short route, catch and traffic, spec catch, and spin move. Calvin Austin getting an upgrade. He has been playing a lot recently. Again, he's a player that could fill in for Cordarrelle's role at some point as sort of a mixed running back and wide receiver sort of combo player. And then Lionel Hebert getting an upgrade. Good to see that. His elusive back is pretty high now. His receiving back is boosted up a little bit more. We're going to upgrade his power back, though, just to boost that overall and continue to make him get higher break tackle and trucking, which is nice to see. And are we getting close to the point? No. We have a lot more snaps to go before we see what development trait he has, whether it's star, superstar, or X Factor. And again, his stats are just looking so good. 88 trucking, 86 stiff arm. The thing that I'd like to see upgraded is his elusiveness. So that would be like his change of direction and his juke and his spin move. But everything else is fantastic right now. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. That was also a little bit of another trap game. We've been playing a lot of teams with not the greatest records. But the Panthers, we do end up beating them. They were not 6-10, they were 6-8, but now they're 6-9. And yeah, Stephon Diggs, I didn't even notice his stats for the season. 100 catches, 1,400 receiving yards, and 9 touchdowns. But he did not really do all that much against us. It was primarily Nyheim Hines. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back at it again in Week 17 in the next episode against the Bears. Playing against Marco Keaton again, and we're going to see what he can do. Our last game against the Bears was really close. We ended up winning by 3 points. So I look forward to that one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.